Let the train keep on chugging for this Blue Jays ball club. 9 consecutive W's, an 8-4 victory tonight against the Chicago White Sox. Got a little bit hairier than it probably should be, and I understand why they were doing it, but boy, didn't have to be that stressful. 8-4 winners on the south side of Chicago as the Blue Jays pick up win number 53 on the year, 15 games over 500, 9 consecutive W's for the first time since 2015. And it was just a picture-perfect ball game. Other than Pena at the end making things interesting, the fellas got the job done, right? And at the bottom half of the second inning, Brooks Baldwin hits an RBI single scoring Kyle Teal. Him and Montgomery were on base via a hit by pitch and a walk. So not a great start to the ball game. The Jays through the first 3 innings don't have a hit off of Sean Burke. And then all of a sudden they start raking. Vladdy walks, then steals a base. Then Bo Bichette single to right center field. In comes Vlad. It's a 1-0 Blue Jays lead. Awesome stuff. Top of the 5th inning, Joey Loperfido had the RBI single in the last game against the Angels. Drills one to right field, and it's gone. Next batter, Nathan Lucas, drives one to right. Bat drop, and it is gone. Also, shout out to Buddy in right field who fell off his chair trying to get the ball. I don't even know if he got it. For his sake, I hope so. But I don't really care at this point because the Blue Jays got a 3-1 lead at this point. We're feeling awesome. Next inning, top of the 6th, Bam Bam Barger comes up with Bo on base, and he drills an off-speed pitch to right field. You knew it was gone off the bat. 2-run blast. It's 5-1 Blue Jays. And Joey Loperfido comes up in the same inning, right? Let's break it down a little bit more because there was a lot going on in that 6th inning. So it starts with a weird Bo double down the right field line, right? He kind of throws his bat at it. It stays fair. The home run. Then Kirky singles to right field, and they're like, all right, enough of Sean Burke. Here comes former Blue Jay Brandon Iser. Walks Miles Straw. All right, Kirky up to second. Then Ernie Clement drives one to the wall. I think one hops to the wall, but unfortunately had to wait for it to drop. So nobody scores. Bases loaded now. Nobody out for Joey Loperfido, who bounces one through the right side for a base hit. In comes Kirky. In comes Miles Straw. Jays continue to build on their lead. Then Nathan Lucas and Ernie Clement kind of drop a little sacrifice, suicide squeeze. Crazy stuff. Wasn't full on suicide squeeze, but, sack bunt. Drops it down. Ernie comes flying. He's safe. They made a good play at first to get Lucas out at first, but regardless of that, who cares? It's 8-1 Blue Jays. Vibes are off the charts. We're feeling good. Then Robinson Pena goes out there in the bottom half of the 7th. And it's a questionable decision for sure for John Schneider and the coaching staff and whoever the hell decided to make the move. Because Jose Barrios had just gone through 6 innings. He had thrown 76 pitches. He could have gone another inning, maybe even another 2. But you have Robinson Pena. They called up. He's already stretched out lengthwise. So they're like, you know what? Barrios has gone 6. We're up 8-1 against the freaking White Sox. This guy should be fine, right? Wrong. Gives him an RBI single to Mike Tauchman in the bottom half of the 7th inning, scoring 2. It's 8-3. Bottom 8. Sosa hits an RBI single, scoring Miguel Var. It's 8-4. Like, really? Come on now. And they have to bring in Nick Sandlin. He cleans it up. Chad Green cleans up the 9th inning. It got hairy, though. They had 2 guys on, but got out of it. Jeff Hoffman was freaking warming in the bullpen. And in an 8-1 game going into the 7th against the White Sox, you just don't want to see that. Regardless, you got the victory, I guess. It's just that's one thing that sits weird with me at the end of the ball game. But I understand why they did it. It was kind of Lazaro Estrada stuff we saw on the weekend. They wanted to get 3 innings out of Pena. Call it a ball game. Everybody gets rest. Plus, you have the day off a couple days from now. It would have been perfect. You now don't have that. But you don't have Sandlin and Green. You still have Hoffman, Little, Braden Fisher, Ryan Burr, if you want to throw. You got guys. It's just unfortunate you had to use these guys, and it had to get a little bit closer than we would have liked. But regardless, win is a win. And, hey, plus 4-run differential. Good stuff, I guess. Nathan Lucas had a great ball game. 1 for 3 with a run scored. Drove in 2 runs. Had a homer. Walked once. He had a day. George Springer. 0 for 5 with a punch out. Guess he just needs to be at Rogers Center for things to go well for him. Who cares? 0 for 5 there because Vladdy goes 0 for 2, but he walks 3 times and comes around to score once. Bo Bichette 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Addison Barger 1 for 4. I don't care. It's a 2-run shot. Alejandro Kirk 1 for 4 with a run scored Where are we? Miles Straw walked once, came around to score. Ernie Clement, 1 for 4, scored a run. And Joey Loperfido, probably the man of the day, right? 2 for 4 with a run scored, drove in 3 runs, had a homer. Good stuff, Joey. Only 8 hits for the Blue Jays, but obviously, like I said, they were hitless through 3. So a good end to the ball game, more or less middle frames, I guess, for this Blue Jays team. 4 strikeouts, they walked 5 times, and they made the White Sox pay when the Jays had opportunities to score. That's just the story of this ball game. Great stuff. Jose Barrios, before he was lifted, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 punch-outs, walked 2. He needed that. After the last outing against, I think it was the Yankees, where he was great early on, and then hit that wall. That's when the Jays scored 7 runs in the first inning. They were up 8-0. We're feeling good. And then he hit a wall. I think it was in the 5th inning. He needed this bounce-back start. I know it's the White Sox, but mentally, he needed that. And, Pena. Not great. Inning in the 3rd, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of which was earned. I guess it was the Barger error. I guess that's why they only had the 1 earned run. But a strikeout and a walk. Nick Sandlin, 2/3 an inning, got a strikeout. Chad Green, and that's a big inning for him, right? He had a couple guys on still, was able to clean it up. And Chad Green, an inning, allowed a couple hits, but nothing more. And the Blue Jays pick up the victory 8-4 on the south side of Chicago. Now, the Blue Jays look to win the game 2. And actually, forget that right now. The Yankees, not in action today. So, with the Blue Jays victory and them idle, the Jays are now 3.5 games ahead of the New York Yankees. And with the Rays playing the Tigers and losing 5-1 to Detroit tonight, the Jays are now 4 up on the Tampa Bay Rays. Vibes are immaculate. Fellas, keep going. All right, tomorrow is game 2, 7:40 first pitch in Chicago. Chris Bassitt and Aaron Savali is the pitching matchup there. Look, don't care how you do it. Get a job done. Win a ball game. Win another series. It's what we talked about, right? We talked about it at the end of the last video. Sure, you swept the Angels. Great. We talked about series dubs. Go to Chicago. Win a series. You got a chance to do that tomorrow night at 7:40. Chris Bassitt and Savali is the matchup there, right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub today, hit that like button to appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. There we go. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already, and comment down below all your thoughts on this game, the positives, negatives, everything you want to talk about. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow. Game 2 of the 3-game set on the south side of Chicago against the White Sox. Chris Bassitt, Aaron Savali is the pitching matchup there at 7:40. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub this evening. Talk to you guys then.